Add me to there I am. So y'all can see my beautiful face. There we go. There we go. Now y'all can see my beautiful face. I'll just wait a few more moments. Just tagging a few folks in. Tagging a few folks in. And just tag some folks in if you like to. But I just want to talk to you guys about different personalities and just about judging and different things. And hey Key, thank you so much for coming on. Tag Brina in there too, girl. But and here I go. I always get on here with the throat. My allergies be bothering me. But yes, I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about just different things that have been going on, about different personality traits and things of that nature. Let me just make sure I turn this down. And different personality traits and things of that nature. Again, like I said, and I was going here and I was talking about, as I was getting ready to prepare for the live, I was thinking about judging. And then when I went to church today and we were talking about how God judges us and how how he does it. Well, I won't say how he judges us, but how he looks at us and how we as humans, how we judge each other and how Christians, of course, how we judge each other and how, you go to church and some churches, don't come here like that. Don't, and by God, Jesus, he come as you are, and then I went to looking up, different things on you're talking about judging how, how we should look at each other and how we judge each other and things of that nature. And then I was looking at, different personality traits and judging and things like that. And I came across some other things that were really interesting about judging personalities. And I came across some things, the two different personalities that I came across that I wanted to talk about today were judging personalities versus perceiving personalities. And those are a couple things that I wanted to talk about that were kind of interesting to me. And where judging personality is where, and to me, it was kind of like, it was strange because some of the defining traits of people with a judging personality are they're very structured and they're well organized. And I was like, well organized and they're very structured. And like they approach things, by setting clear, defined goals. So that's why I said that's part of being structured. They're very goal oriented. They set certain goals for themselves. Concrete plan on how they want to achieve those goals, set deadlines, things like that. Order. They like order. And I used to kind of consider myself as a very judgmental person. But I'll be 100% honest with y'all. I have never been one to just be very neat and organized. Like if y'all can see my computer desk right now, y'all be like, yeah, she definitely not neat and organized, And I was like, So that got me to like reading on it, and it was talking about, this, and I was like looking at it, So I used to kind of consider myself a little bit of, a judgmental person. And then I was like, I got to start rethinking some things in my life because I'm like, okay, I would look at certain people and certain things. I'm like, okay, yeah, oh, I never want to be like that, or I never want to do those types of things. And then when you start going through some things and being around different people, you start learning some things like, okay, hey, let me take a step back, or hey, let me look at some things differently. Like, that how I really want to look at life, how I really want to look at things, because you don't know exactly how you make through things. And, just like I said, having a judgmental personality is different than what I focused on. I just thought, okay, I'm just looking at someone differently, having a judgmental personality. So I don't, now when I studied up more on it, I really don't have a judging personality. I'm like, okay, because like I'm not very structured. Like, yeah, I do have goals for myself, which a lot of people, as you grow and you learn, a lot of people set goals for themselves. I will say that I am somewhat responsible, like I raised children, I've, had a home, I've raised, you go through life, and you as an adult, you have responsibilities and things of that nature. Of course, I've completed tasks, done things like that, decision making, of course. So I can say that I've done those adult things, But as far as having a judging personality, I rethinking some things, And then some of the there are some positive perceptions of a judging personality. And some of those are, as people with judging personalities, it says, tend to be viewed as dependable. That is one of the things that I've had a lot of people say when they describe me. You do like those. You might have to get somebody to say, okay, describe me. I need you to just give me this description, for this job. How would you describe me? I've had people say that I'm very dependable. So that is one of my personality traits. So people who are judging person. I won't say judgmental. People who have judging personalities do tend to be dependable. So that's a good thing. So I mean, but there are some other things with having a judging personality. Again, like I said, that's one of the positive things. Also, people with judging personalities, they can appreciate you can count on them to finish to a deadline, because I'm gonna finish something. If I start something, I'm gonna finish it all the way up to the deadline, like all the way through. I'm gonna keep working all the way to I can't work no more. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep working hard on it. And then now I'm gonna seek closure. Like I said, I'm always motivated. I'm gonna seek closure. I'm not gonna just stop. Just because it gets stressful or something like that. I'm not gonna stop whatever it is that I'm doing. Just because it gets hard, I'm not gonna just shut down. I'm gonna continue going. I'm gonna always keep going. I keep these things that hear in my background. I keep things like that to keep motivating myself. Like for once, like speak kindly to yourself. I know that I'm enough. I'm in charge of my destiny. It's okay to make mistakes, and I get back up and I keep going again. So those little things like that, I keep motivating myself. Now there are some negative perceptions to having a judging personality. There are some negative. Everything has a positive and a negative, right? So some of the negative parts of having a judging personality, it says that the shadow side of the judging personality can arise from the need to control their environment. And sometimes I say that I don't have a controlling personality, but I do want to control my environment, my area. I mean, who doesn't, right? I mean, I do want to have control of my area. Like, I'm not very rigid. I will say that I'm not very rigid. Most people who are on here that know me, I'm not very rigid. But I do kind of want to have control of my area, my room, my space, my home. I want to have control over my area. Like, I need to know what's going on around me. Like, I need to have some kind of order going on in my home. When it's in disarray, when it's not going accordingly, then it's out of sorts. Like, I'm frazzled. I'm just not happy. I'm not at peace. When I'm not at peace, nothing's going to be at peace. When I'm not at peace, the world is not at peace. And, it's just not going to work, And that's personally and professionally. I've always said, where I'm working at, I need that place, that physical building, that environment. I need that place to be at peace. If that place is not at peace, then I don't need to be there. I'd rather be somewhere else. If that place is causing me stress and anxiety, I don't need to be there. I'd rather be somewhere else. I don't care. No amount of money is enough for me to be staying there, and I'm not at peace. It's just not enough. And so, yeah, I'd rather kick rocks and go somewhere else. It's just not enough for me. So that's why I say that I'd rather just go somewhere else. Now, excuse me. Now, a perceiving personality is on the other side. You got the judging personality, and then you have the perceiving personality. Now, the perceiving personality tends to be spontaneous, go with the flow. And a lot of people always ask me, girl, how you did all that moving and stuff, and how you did all this, you wasn't scared, you wasn't this, you wasn't that. I guess that's where that comes in. I never thought about it that way either until, I've been doing this research. I have a perceiving personality. I'm learning about myself as I'm on my journey, learning about myself, my healing journey, getting to know Deborah. I'm learning a lot about myself. I have a perceiving personality. I'm leaning more to the perceiving personality side. I have a perceiving personality. I'm a little bit more spontaneous than I am the judging side. I'm gonna go with the flow type, more than I am the judging side. I'm more go with the flow. Like I do have some structure, I ain't just, but I do have a little bit more go with the flow, you know, and yeah, that's the approach that I have with life. It says that the approach life with a come as you are belief and prefer to tackle problems as they come. I do. Sometimes it bites me in the behind sometimes. And I figure it out with God on my side, of course. But we figured out, me and him figured it out. Me and him figured it out together, of course. But he knows, how I work, and he works with me. He lets me do what I do sometimes, and then, he helps me out, and we figure it out together. So, well, he already knows, but, he lets me do what I do, and then he brings me on back in and reels me back in and help me out. So, but like, I have a perceiving personality. It says those with the personality type thrive from open-endedness and being available to receive what may come their way. Yeah, like I like trying new things, exploring. Yeah, it says easily adapt to a change in direction. Yeah, like you can put me in a new place. I might be a little standoffish for a minute, but I'm gonna break out into it. Like, a friend of mine, she ain't on here right now. We tagged her in the live, Brina Smur. But, I went out with her one night and she, we stopped by some family and she didn't think I was going to just fit in. And, I was like, hey. She was like, Deb, you just fit right on in. You wasn't shy. And I was like, hey, how you doing? It was nothing wrong. Like I just, hey, spoke, how you doing, all that. I didn't know that side of her family, anything like that. And I fit right in. Hey, Renee, thank you for coming in, girl. Like I just fit right in. We're talking about judging personalities versus perceiving personalities and the difference. And I just fit right in. And that's just me. I'm realizing that I have a perceiving personality more so versus a judging personality. And I'll go back over them in just a moment. But I realize more though that I have more of the perceiving personality traits versus the judging personality traits. And the perceiving personality traits are more of spontaneous, go with the flow type of approach, come as you are, beliefs. And then the judging personality traits are you're more focused and task oriented. You like making plans ahead of time, prioritizing work over play, structure. You like structure, self-discipline, controlled, things of that nature. Those are judging personality. I was going back when I was figuring out what I was going to talk about tonight, and I was thinking about judging and how we're judged throughout life and different things and different choices that we make. And when I went to do my research, I was going to talk about how we judge each other as Christians and throughout life and different choices that we make and different things of that nature. But then when I went to do my research, I came across this, and I was like, I guess God wanted me to go another way with it. So I started talking about this and talking about judging personalities versus perceiving personalities. Whereas, again, judging personalities prefer order and decisiveness and closure versus perceiving personalities prefer spontaneity, relaxed deadlines, and they're easygoing. And I just realized I'm more of a perceiving personality versus a judging personality. And I just learned something new about myself. As I was telling her, I'm not sure what personality you may be, Renee. And I think that I don't want to say it changes as we grow, but it may. As you learn, as you grow throughout life, and your temperament changes, or you learn more things about yourself, or you grow through different experiences. I believe your personality traits can change. I think they can change and grow, as you change and grow throughout life. I do believe that. I think they can change as you change somewhat. I think they can change somewhat. Yes, exactly. You change as you grow, right, Keela. I think they can change as you go because as individuals, we all change as your experiences shape you from childhood on up to adulthood. They shape you they shape your personality. They shape every experience that you go through shapes you, how you live your life, how you work, how you raise your children, how you raise your family, the relationships that you have. It all shapes exactly. Yeah, most definitely mine changed. I think I'm more of a judging personality. See, I thought that I was a judging personality, Renee. And when I went to studying this, and I'm like, I'm more of a perceiving personality. I thought I was more of a judging personality, and I'm learning something new and I may even share this article later on. I'll post it on my page, but I'm learning more about myself. I thought I was more of a judging personality because I have, been known to like, hey, look at somebody and say, hey, look at, what they doing, what they got on. Or I'll even bring up an example. I didn't start getting tattoos until I was in my 40s. Before then, even my daughter can tell you. My daughter, well, both of them now have a couple tattoos. But when my oldest one got her first tattoo and she was 18, I was mad. And she got her tattoo. I was, I was mad. I was like, she was grown, but I still was mad because I'm like, you get a tattoo and you ain't, I ain't say you can get no tattoo. You ain't, I did not like tattoos. I won't say old fashioned, but I was not into none of that stuff. I was very judgmental, but judgmental and a judging personality, I realize are not quite the same thing. They're not quite the same thing. That's why I say I'm learning as like I said, getting on here to do this. I know y'all hear my dog in the background, but I, excuse me, I had to learn they're two different things, and so being judgmental and a judging personality aren't quite the same. So I don't, because I'm not very structured. I've never been, yeah, he's at the window. I can see him in the background. But yeah, I'm not very structured at all. I've never been right. Exactly. I don't like to be judging others either. But I didn't realize that, that's not exactly what a judging personality is, not quite that either though. So but either way, we're not judging personalities either. We're not judging personalities and we're not judgmental either. But I'm more of a, like I said, a perceiving, I'm more of a perceiving personality. And so you say you're more of a judging personality, which means you're more structured and more controlled and stuff like that. And see, I'm just the opposite, even though we get along still, but and I get more along. I get along with opposites of myself too, but I'm not very disciplined. I won't say I'm not disciplined at all, but I'm not very structured. Like I don't like to be in a box, and I'm noticing more the older I get, also that I really don't like being in a box anymore. And I think so many years I tried to put, or I won't say so many years, I tried to put myself in a box. I kept myself, yeah, I allowed myself and I kept myself in a box trying to please others. And I put myself in a box. And now it's like the older I get, I don't want to be in a box no more. And so I'm slowly coming out of that box. I'm pulling away the layers, and just pulling out the layers, but I'm slowly coming out of that box and I don't want to be in the box. So I am now, but I wasn't always. You can say I'm now more calm now since I'm okay. See, right, and I can understand that too. See, now I'm like, I'm not really, I won't say I'm not, you say you're not calm, you're more calm now. I won't say that I'm not uncalm, like I'm not wild or anything. It's just that I'm coming out of my box now, just being wild. I'm not being wild, but I'm being more free, just to be free to be. I'm just being free to be me and to figure out me, whoever me is. That's what I'm doing. I'm just free to be me. Just no box. They put you in a box, right? Telling you how you should be. And I'm just being me. Just be free to be Deborah. Whoever that Deborah is, whoever God says I am, That's who I am. Right. Exactly. Right. Exactly. Just be whoever God says you are. And that's who I am. Whoever exactly key and change as you go. But yeah, I'm just free being me and whoever I am, whoever God says that I am. And that's who I'm gonna be. I'm not trying to be whoever put everybody anybody want to put me in a little box. No, thank you. I don't want to be in your box. I'm not gonna be whoever they say they want me to be. No, thank you. They can put somebody else in the box. They put themselves in the box because I don't want to be there. I'm gonna be myself. Be Deborah, and I might be Deborah this Deborah tomorrow. I might be this Deborah, the next day as I grow, and I'm not being a different person for this group, a different person for that group. I'm figuring out who Deborah is. They said people change for different spaces and different things of that nature. No, I'm just figuring out who Deborah is. So Deborah, you might see this Deborah laughing over here at this conversation, or laughing over there at that conversation. Deborah might it's all funny, or Deborah might like this, Deborah might like that. That's just who Deborah has all those different parts. Deborah has this part, Deborah has this opinion about that. Deborah might like this different thing. Deborah likes different things. Have to Deborah like everything like that. Everybody, people to be in a different, this group, that group, that group. Deborah likes a lot of different people. Deborah had lots of different friends, different cliques. I don't have cliques. I've never been, even in high school and elementary, middle. I never had a bunch. I was never in a certain group of people where I was just only friends with this group of friends or whatever. No, I never did. Right. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for you because it's unnecessary pressure. That's right. Exactly. Unnecessary pressure. And I don't need it. Anything unnecessary, no, I don't need it. You can pick it up and throw it somewhere and bury it because I don't need it. I do not need no unnecessary pressure. I do not need it. I do not need it. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not unnecessary pressure. But yeah, so y'all got some good personalities going on here too. But yeah, I definitely, like I said, I'll post the information, of course, on my page as well, so y'all can check out your personalities too. Because, we all in this world trying to, figure out ourselves, and the only one who's the ultimate judge of us and our personalities and seeing how we're gonna be in the end is the man upstairs, not whoever is on this earth. Who we trying to look good for or trying to please on this earth. No, none of them. That's not who we're living for. No. So, and back to, like I said, back on topic, as far as the different traits of the perceiving personality, again, their flexibility, open-mindedness, spontaneous. They have lots of ideas. They're easily adaptable. They're curious, and they're creative. So again, I'm learning a lot about myself, because I'm definitely flexible, open-mindedness, spontaneous. Sometimes I get a little scared. Sometimes, the older I get, but pretty much that just really describes me. Like I said, I'm learning as I'm working to help others. I'm learning a lot about myself, and I'm taking you all on my journey with me. As I discover and learn things about me, I'm taking you all on my journey, and that's really what Heribet's Thoughts is about. I started it as I was on my journey for myself to discover me and learn about me, and I was like, God said, you know what, share it. You don't have to keep it all to yourself. Share it. You never know who it might help, and that's what I started doing. I started sharing to help others, and everybody's, oh, you don't want to share your business. You don't want to put all your business out there in the street, But it ain't about all that, Why you got to keep everything all hidden and secrets, Nothing gets healed. Nobody gets healed that way when you're keeping everything all hidden and not talking about nothing. You got to share stuff. Never know who else going to get delivered or get healed from hearing something that you said or reading something that you wrote. And that's why I write, and that's why I get on here and I talk and run my mouth. Because I share something hoping it's going to help somebody else. And I hope that it bless somebody on here tonight, or they read it, listen to it later or watch it later on here, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. Just, I hope it helps somebody on here, because that's what it's all about. Excuse me. But back to, like I said, the message, positive perceptions of perceiving personalities. And I'm getting this from this website called Choosing Therapy. because I'm not a licensed therapist. I have studied behavioral therapy and I have worked in behavioral health. So I do have some experience. You ready to do videos because you are right? Yes, 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 Renee. Let me know when you are ready, and we definitely will. And I definitely help you with that. We can get on and do some stuff. So yeah, just let me know. Send me a message and let me know when you're ready, and we definitely will do something. I'll help you with that. But yes, because you don't know who you might help, who your voices will reach. But some strengths of positive perceptions of perceiving personalities are being open to new experiences. It says that they have naturally curious minds and they want to explore and learn more. Now, sometimes, that exploring to get you, in hot water sometimes, but you got to be a little cautious. But it does, sometimes you need to get out there and try new things. Like for instance, and y'all know me, I used to be afraid to do anything. I was afraid to get on here on camera. I was camera shy. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to get on here. I'm gonna stop being scared. I'm gonna just get on here and start talking. And over a year ago, it's been almost 2 years now. I started getting on TikTok, and I just started making my little videos, getting on here and talking and lip syncing or whatever on them TikTok videos. And now look at me. I'm sitting here getting on here and I talk. And exactly. The only way you know is to try, Key. The only way you know is to get on there and just try. And just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. You're not gonna get better until you just get on there and you just keep doing it. And that's what I did. I just get on here and I just keep doing it. And just keep doing it. That's really all I can say to you. Get on there and just keep doing it. And that's what I do. I guess that's why that's one of my personality traits. I have a perceiving personality. That's something now that I can add to my, description of myself. I have a perceiving personality. And so, hey, that's a good thing. I have a perceiving personality. Now, some of the negative perceptions of a perceiving personality are what they say. And let's see what they say. Let's see. Negative aspects of perceiving personalities include, okay, no, I don't like this. I'm going to read it anyway. It says a lack of dependability and predictability. Now, I will say predictability, I want to say yin and yang with that or whatever. I'll say because some people say that they can kind of tell exactly what I'm going to do. Because some people watch you and they study you and pay attention to you. Because I will say my last relationship, y'all know all that whole story. He literally studied me and watched my every move and everything. So this don't 100% describe everybody because people can still, if they want to, they can still predict what you do and your moves and all that stuff. So, it don't 100%, but it do. Just like they say, horoscopes and stuff don't 100%, but it do sort of kind of describe it. So, but it says lack of dependability, and those are some of the negative perceptions of perceiving personality. And it says perceptions, right? Because perceptions is what people feel or what they believe. So it says negative perception. And it also says they may change course suddenly without a plan or a clear idea of the outcome. I have been known to sometimes change my mind. I will admit that. I have been known to sometimes change my mind when something don't seem like it's going the way I wanted to go. I will admit that. But if it don't look like it's going the right way, then it's time for me to change to something else. I will admit that, so that's just what things happen sometimes. But we are outgoing, and things of that nature. So, but I have learned, like I said, I've learned some new things about myself now that I have I'm more on the perceiving personality side versus the judging personality side. So, and then you all have learned something about yourselves. Renee, you said you were more on the judging side. Key, I forgot what side you said you were more on. I don't know if you're still on here or not. What side did you say you were more on, Key? Are you on the judging side or the perceiving personality side? This has been a really good conversation. Let me see, what side are you on, Key? Are you still on? Are you on the judging or the perceiving? But if you had to hop off, I understand. But yeah, this is really good conversation. But those of you who are still on, or those of you catch this in the replay, make sure you hit hashtag replay. Let me know you watched it, and let me know your thoughts on it as well. I would really like to know. And we also, again, just want to remind you that we're having the Black Author Book Expo. We have some great authors that are signing on and registering already. So it's going to be June 22nd here in Aiken, South Carolina from 11 to 4. You can follow the Our Words Matter Black Author Book Expo page on Facebook. And to see the lineup of the authors that are signing up. And also, I will be having Mother's Day gift baskets available as well. And I will have been sharing those on my page as well. So you can check that out. We'll be taking pre-orders. If you would like to go ahead and pre-order yours, you can reach out to me. You can check my website on www.harabetsthoughts.com. And thank you so much for coming on. I really have enjoyed this conversation. Again, like I said, Renee, reach out to me. And we could talk about your videos as well. I'm so proud of you, sis. Yes, this is wonderful. And Keith, thank you so much for coming on with me as well. I really do appreciate it. This was a great conversation, ladies. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. And thank you all for watching. And I will see you all next week. Thanks, you guys. Bye.